Man, it is a busy day for an Apple sheep when an Apple event takes place, okay? Because so much is going on, especially now with the EV channel taking place, that I bet some of you are thinking, why not just vlog that day so that you can follow around with me? Well, because I didn't have freaking time, okay? So cut me some slack here. But on this channel, I like to talk about my daily routines, what's going on in my daily life. You guys have some pretty up-to-date data on that from my most recent vlogs about what my bachelor lifestyle was like and what my married lifestyle is like. It's much better. But I don't think I've ever directly talked much about what happens when an Apple event goes down. So sometimes 2-3 times a year, the Apple sheep has to go full force and make content as quickly and efficiently as possible. And this year's Quadruple UDC was way more busy than most, so I thought I would walk you through my day. First off, I don't sleep the night before. Why? Because my mind is too preoccupied thinking about all the things that could come out, so sleeping is very, very difficult. Usually fall asleep eventually around 6 a.m. and then have to wake up around 7 a.m. So you're very sleep deprived just from all of the thoughts bouncing around in your head. And around 7 a.m., I have scheduled the YouTube hype stream while at the same time prepping everything for the Twitch stream, but I have to use all of my equipment to make the EV video first. So just because there's an Apple event doesn't mean that EV has to rest for a single day. So made sure to talk about Battery Investor Day over on Talos of EV. We finally have a date for that, which was really exciting. So I had to film, edit, and post that video all before the hype stream, which begins at 8:50 a.m. So time was already of the essence and very, very constricted. So once the EV video was posted, I immediately took the microphone, the camera, got it all set up for the recap video, which of course takes place immediately after the Apple event. But the tricky curveball I didn't account for was the fact that I want to do my YouTube hype stream over here with my dedicated live streaming setup, and I have to use the exact same microphone that I record all my videos with and also react to the event with, which I do on my tech desk setup. So that meant that within the span of about 30 seconds, once I start the live stream on Twitch and I'm finishing the hype stream on YouTube, which lasts for about an hour, I have to switch the mic over, plug it into the back of the iMac Pro, which looks pretty beautiful, but at the same time, having the ports in the back of the machine is kind of inconvenient, so that's a big headache. And it doesn't help the fact that it is getting very, very hot. Several days in a row now, it's been well over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and for whatever reason, this room of the house is about 10 degrees hotter than the rest of the room, so I'm just sweating like crazy all day. We have an air conditioning unit. It doesn't work terribly well. I love this house. I'm glad it's paid off and everything, but at the same time, the air conditioner does not work terribly well, especially in this room. And because I'm recording and you hear my audio and everything, I have the door shut, so the AC doesn't even make its way into this room. But making sure that all of the audio is working correctly is probably one of the most difficult parts of the whole live streaming setup, because it may seem simple to just react to an Apple event, but getting it to show up on the live stream for everybody else and simultaneously so that they can hear your voice and that they can hear the Apple event, because on macOS it's actually not that easy to capture desktop audio. You have to install plugins so that OBS can register that and also be hearing me at the same time. So I do the whole Twitch reaction, try to find out as much information as I can, and then immediately after the 2.5-hour reaction live stream, I have to unplug the microphone again and set it up for the recap video, which, spoiler alert, is actually one of the few times in the year I don't record in 4K to save time. So when there's time-sensitive material or videos that I want to get up very, very quickly, I will actually downgrade the resolution to 1080p, because most people don't watch my videos at 4K anyway, so most people don't even comment on it. But yeah, film the recap video. That took about 20-25 minutes, and then instantly have to import everything and start editing it as fast as possible so that I can get that video up when it is relevant and fresh. And this year, we also did the Talos of Tech podcast immediately after my event recap. So as soon as I finished exporting the video and I upload it, I instantly call Nick and Randy and say, hey guys, let's go, let's start rolling. Takes a few minutes for everyone to prep, and it was easily probably like 110 degrees in here at this time, because iMac Pro, when it's live streaming, it's just pumping out hot air nonstop. Now when I'm editing and uploading, it's pumping out hot air nonstop, and for the sake of audio, I have to keep the door shut, and when I'm not recording, I have a tiny little fan running, which makes a very small difference, but it does help. It keeps me dry. And a running issue I've discovered with the heat in this room, which maybe I just need to do something about that's more drastic, but when it gets really, really hot in here, and I'm known to sweat in even mild temperatures, my keyboard will get so sweaty that when I'm scrolling on the Magic Mouse, it starts to get too slippery and the scrolling doesn't work. So if you guys have seen me edit videos in the past, you know that it involves a lot of side scrolling. So when my fingers get sweaty and this doesn't work, it slows me down. So I actually stop pointing my little desk fan directly at my face, which feels the hottest, and just point it at the mouse so that it can dry out and the tracking can work correctly. I know I have a problem. But so we did the whole podcast. We recorded for about an hour and 15 minutes. After that, we had to immediately compress the footage, send it over to Nick, compress the audio, send it over to Randy so that Randy can balance the audio and then send it back to Nick. And let's just say that by the end of the day, I was pooped. I was incredibly tired. The videos all did great though. What I'm very happy to say after a whole Apple event that was packed full of recording, streaming, podcasting, any type of media you can imagine within a single day, was that all of my experience, thankfully, has paid off because there were no technical difficulties. Everyone heard the live stream great. I didn't get that many audio complaints. Everyone tuned in to the YouTube hype stream, which is always a lot of fun, and we broke a record. I love announcing that on this channel for the Tailosive Network, but this is the largest amount of people we ever had watching a single live stream ever. So the previous record was pre-ordering the iPhone 10 back in 2017. We had around 3,100 people tune into that live stream. So there were over 3,000 people watching at one time. That was 3 years ago. We finally broke the record. During this YouTube hype stream, we had 4,200 people, 420D, there's some joke there, but 4,200? No. 4,200 people were watching that live stream at the same time, which is an insane amount of people, especially considering how small and insignificant this little room is. But hey, it works, and I love hitting milestones like that. The video went up and people thought the reactions were great, and people all enjoyed talking about the event after the fact, and we got a lot of positive comments about the podcast as well, because we finally got the Tailosive Podcast channel to hit over 1,000 subscribers so it can be monetized. Now I don't care about the sub count because subscriber count really doesn't matter that much at the end of the day, but just getting that first 1,000 so that Nick and Randy are able to actually make money off of all this work they're putting into the content was very important to me, which is why I shouted it out a couple times. But now we don't have to. It's done. So it's a very, very busy day. It means that the following day is usually a bit more chill. That's why there may not be a crazy amount of content immediately following an Apple event, because I get very, very tired. But on top of this, it's also important to remember to stay active and exercise as much as you can, because it's very simple for me to be stuck to a desk all day and thinking that's work, and when I'm done working just want to lay down on the couch. So me and Louise have been playing a lot of tennis recently. We've discovered we both really enjoy it, and I should probably vlog one of our tennis matches sometimes. It's kind of hard to film and play tennis at the same time, but I'm not good at it. Let me be clear. I suck at the game, but it gets me moving, it gets my heart pumping, and I'm running around in 100-degree weather, so I'm sweating like crazy, and overall, life is doing good. So thank you all for watching. Appreciate you tuning in, and thank you for letting us achieve these insane milestones and insane records. And I just can't wait for the next Apple event. That's a lie. I can wait. It'll be fine. Thank you all for watching. Hope you have an excellent rest of your day. Take care.